The mayor's controversial yacht comments have already sparked 3 separate protests, with more planned for tomorrow morning.
Not yachts!
I've lived here 40 years, and I've never heard such a stupid idea.
The mayor wants to bring 500 high-paying jobs to Springfield by closing the only high school, replacing them for state-of-the-art yacht manufacturing facility.
Our kids have to travel 30 miles now.
Oh my God, guys, you're not going to believe what the mayor just said at this town hall.
I know that our children have to travel 30 miles, but rather demolish our only high school than a whole town. This will bring us 500 jobs.
And I'm literally shaking right now.
Springfield needs education in town.
Schools, not yachts!
This is corruption.
We'll continue following this developing story. The mayor's office has not yet responded to our request for comment. Back to you, Sarah.
Fake news in 30 minutes. That's exactly what Hank Venice pulled off using VO3 during his lunch break, and the result was so realistic that anyone unfamiliar with today's AI tools might easily believe that it was real. In the video, we saw an elderly man angrily claiming that he's lived in that town for 40 years. His voice, expression, and even his body language are so convincing that it's hard to tell if it was generated by AI or not. And this level of realism raises serious concerns. If one person can create something this believable in under an hour, imagine the potential for misinformation at scale. Most people won't know what's real and what's not, and that makes it even more dangerous. Welcome to Plevo Deep Dive. I'm Caleb Friesen, your host, and today we're going to be looking at how tools like VO3 can transform storytelling, marketing, and businesses, while also creating serious risks for misinformation and also public trust. So let's break down that video a bit more. What did it take to create a fake political uproar in just 28 minutes? Well, all the user needed was access to VO3 and just $8 worth of AI credits. It all started with a simple question: how easy is it to create convincing political misinformation with AI before lunch is even over? And the answer is disturbingly easy. Now, the problem is that this content looks real enough to fool almost anyone who isn't looking closely. AI detection tools right now just can't keep up with the pace of generation. The technology used to create fake content is evolving faster than the tools designed to detect it. And by the time we figure out how to identify today's fakes, the next wave may already be indistinguishable from realities. So let's take a look at a couple more examples and see if there's still anything that helps us tell what's real and what's AI.
I tried everything for my depression. Nothing worked.
Every day felt heavy. I felt trapped.
Then I tried Pupramin.
Our prescription helps your body secrete a special pheromone that attracts puppies.
I took the pill before bed, and when I woke up, there he was, the love of my life.
The pill does not target depression directly, but we've found that it's really difficult to be depressed when cute dogs show up at your doorstep. I used to feel so empty, but now I feel joy and mild concern how a pee stain got on the ceiling. My puppy listens twice as good as my ex-husband and only climbs into the lap of half as many of my friends.
He chewed up my Bible and pooped in my good chair, but I'm happy for the first time in years.
Looks like a rat, barks like a demon, but he saved my life.
Okay, so here's what I noticed. The hand movements and voices are incredibly convincing, but if you look closely, this man is gripping his cap the entire time he's talking, which feels unnatural to me. Most people might adjust their cap or touch it briefly, but holding it like that while speaking just doesn't seem realistic.
I named him Earl. He follows me everywhere and farts in his sleep, just like my first husband.
Pupramin, for when your therapist says, maybe you should get a dog.
I think this video did a very convincing job of making the people look real. And the more time you spend with VO3 and learn how to use it effectively, the more believable the results are going to become. But one thing I noticed is that the scenes mostly consist of one-on-one interviews or close-up shots. And this allows the AI to focus more precisely, making hand movements, facial expressions, and other subtle details appear more natural and lifelike. And when I compare this to the first video, there's a clear improvement, right? A key difference is the number of people in each scene. The earlier fake news video had more people, but everything looked a little bit too perfect. Like The crowd was evenly spaced and their body language felt too synchronized, which made it seem awkward. That kind of uniformity made it feel very obviously AI generated. I noticed that it still attempts to recreate realistic elements like gestures, emotions, and background sounds like indistinct chatter in the news video, but even with those details, the result just doesn't feel completely convincing. I think with more time and refinement though, the user could have produced something a little bit more polished and believable. Still though, this version alone shows just how powerful these tools have already become, but that's not all. Some viewers even commented that the mayor in the video sounded a lot like Jordan Peterson. Now, Jordan Peterson is a controversial Canadian psychologist and author. There's speculation that the AI tool borrowed his voice from his audiobook about lobster hierarchies. The user also encountered several challenges while making the video. As you might have guessed, the biggest challenge was the 7-second limit. VO3 can only generate videos up to 7 seconds long, which makes maintaining continuity very difficult. The way to work around this is, if time allows, you can use split-angle interviews across multiple clips, filming the same event from different camera angles and creating matching audio to smoothly connect the scenes. Now, one thing to keep in mind here, the user didn't even need to write a script. The concept was given to Claude, which in turn produced a full breakdown in under 3 minutes. This included 10 scenes with realistic dialogue, audio cues, and technical details. This level of efficiency in generating realistic detailed video scripts is becoming very concerning, but there's a catch with VO3. See, VO3's default style is too polished and cinematic, while real misinformation usually looks a lot more amateur. So to make the protest footage and secret meeting more believable, the user had to regenerate them with a grainy phone camera look and static shots. Another challenge is that VO3 often adds unwanted subtitles which need to be removed. And the subtitles are automatically generated and the user has to remove them, all of them, manually. This cropping made the video look unnatural and caused delays due to all the extra editing work. So one key detail to focus on, however, is how the text is rendered in the video. Now, here the text Springfield High School is pretty garbled, which makes it a clear giveaway. So if there are any text rendering issues like this, then the video could possibly be AI generated, right? However, this can be hidden by blurring the names, making it nearly impossible to tell if the video is real or not. So while text glitches can help us to spot fakes, once those flaws are hidden, detecting AI content becomes much more challenging. The reason we couldn't detect this in the pharmaceutical video is because the background was often blurred. The focus is mainly on the person and not the surroundings. While this may be intentional with the camera shot, the text on the dog poster behind him is likely garbled, which is why it was blurred. Now, the blurring covered it quite well, which was a smart move. Using these tools significantly cuts down on production costs compared to traditional methods. There is no need to invest in sets, hire actors, gather props, or bring in trained animals like a dog actor, for example. In this case, it simplifies the entire process and saves both time and resources. Take a look at this example. This tool offers a wide range of use cases.
I just make the bouquets. Sheets.chat auto runs my customer list. Seriously, it can do the same for your business.
So it's simple but effective. You can create commercials and ads and market them in many different ways using this tool. There are endless possibilities for how business owners and marketers can use and integrate it into their work. They can produce high quality video content quickly and at a lower cost by automating script writing, filming, and editing. And this can save at least 70% of the usual production time and expenses, which is a great deal considering how expensive and time consuming traditional video production usually is. So now we've seen how it handles speech in English, but what about other languages? Well, here's an example showcasing VO3's capabilities in French.
Trop cher, trop de fails. Malgré toute sa puissance, VO3 questionne. Le grand modèle vidéo de Google impressionne, mais jusqu'où ira-t-il?
Alors, vous pensez quoi du nouveau VO3 de Google, ça?
VO3 quoi? Je connais pas du tout, c'est un nouveau resto ou quoi bah?
Mais arrêtez de nous faire chier avec vos intelligences artificielles, là. Moi, j'ai déjà du mal avec la télécommande de la télé.
Et je pense que c'est pas mal, non?
Okay, so that last clip was kind of awkward, but apart from that, VO3 can accurately render many different languages with a natural tone. But now that we've seen these examples, it's clear that AI is advancing rapidly, but is it getting out of control? What does this mean for ad agencies, marketers, and content creators? And how are they going to adapt when AI can produce polished videos, scripts, and campaigns in minutes? Well, I personally think that AI is already crossing a line here. It's not just a tool anymore, it's becoming a threat to truth itself. Honestly, as these technologies get better, we risk living in a world where fake news, fake videos, and manipulating reality floods every corner of the internet. And this could completely undermine public trust, making it even harder to know what is real. And if we don't act fast and have better safeguards here, fact-checking and media literacy, AI might actually end up doing more harm than good, and that's a pretty dangerous future to live in. But what are your thoughts on all of this? Will AI empower creatives or eventually replace their jobs? Let us know in a comment down below, and if you found this video interesting, then give it a like and subscribe for more content like this. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.